Hey, this is Dean Hunt, and is it possible to make money from Twitter? It's a question I was asked last night on Twitter, funnily enough. I'm going to answer that today. Uh, Here's the thing. Twitter's no magical new thing. Twitter's just another medium, it's just another form of communication. So, if someone asks you the question, is it possible to make money with a telephone or a fax machine or an email account, then the answer is obvious, yes you can. Exactly the same rules apply for Twitter. It should be treated no differently. It's just like the phone, it's just like the fax machine, just like the email. It's just a form, it's just a way to get your message out there and to be heard. So that's all it is. I mean, the question could be boiled down to, is it possible to make money from people? Of course it is. So the same rules apply. That said, the way Twitter's kind of unofficially policed and the unwritten rules of Twitter, you have to do things a little bit differently. So here's the thing. With Twitter, if you want to make money from Twitter, be successful on Twitter, then you need to monetize indirectly. Okay, so that's different to, for example, a telesales where you pick up the phone and you try and close that sale right there and then. It's different where you send out a fax and you try and get them to give their card details and order right then and then. That's direct selling. With Twitter, you want to do it indirectly. So best thing to do is send them to some genuine, valuable content. Send your readers your Twitter stream to some valuable content, maybe a video like this, maybe a blog post, some audio, whatever it might be, and then try and get them to opt in or subscribe for more. So once there's some sort of rapport and there's some connection with you and your message and what you have to teach, they're naturally going to want more. So they're going to opt in. So they might opt in on your blog, they might subscribe in iTunes, whatever it might be. You're getting them kind of opted into your funnel. And then later down the line, you can keep giving more and more value. And then later down the line, when you're ready to sell or you've got something to sell, you'll have already built up the credibility. They'll already trust you, they'll like you, they'll respect you, they'll know about you, you'll know about them, and it puts you in a very strong position to sell. And yes, you can trace that all the way back to Twitter because that's initially where it came from, but it might be 8-10 weeks later down the line before you actually get any of the old dinero out of it, the old moolah. So yes, absolutely you can make money from Twitter. I've got a lot of friends that have made money. I've done some big deals on Twitter. But more than anything, I think what you want to be looking at is indirect monetization. And even more than that, you want to be looking at opportunities. Because for me, the opportunities on Twitter far outweigh the potential profits. And we all know opportunities lead to profits anyway. So again, it's an indirect monetization. If you can be on there and you can get a book deal, or you can get some public speaking, or you can find a JV partner who's going to promote you, or you can do an online radio show or interview requests, or partners in your niche that you didn't know you had who are now willing to work with you. All of that will later down the line produce the old dinero, and that's what we call indirect monetization. So kind of my advice is don't apply the traditional direct sales techniques to Twitter. It's not going to work. You're going to scare people away. However, look for indirect monetization, and more than anything, look to give value and look for opportunities, because the opportunity is through Twitter, through the people in the community on Twitter, where the money is. So Dean Hunt, deanhunt.com and buzzprofits.com.